the intricate details. So
like
I'll turn over to him now. I wouldn't say much more.
Salute.
Yes.
Timothy, as usual.
Okay, so yes, we want to say, you know, the week was very interesting. You know, we just to give a recap of all the events. We had a church service both in St. Kitts and Nevis. The community outreach program on Monday. Tuesday was the drill display in Nevis. Wednesday was open day on both islands. However, in St. Kitts we had the International Firefighters Run, surrounding International Firefighters Day. Then Thursday we had cricket back over to Nevis, lovely Nevis, and Friday the drill competition. That was very, very interesting. And
hold on.
we'll come to that. We'll come to that. And then the Saturday we had our sports day / fun day event, which was very, very good. We wanna just shout out to some of the try to cover all the donors who would have sponsored the week of activities. And just allow me to run down real quickly. In Nevis, we had Island Tires, Spencer Brand, Miss Hazel Brandy Williams, and Cuthbert Francis. This is one of our FOs as well. He even contributed to the week of activities.
Oh, nice.
Internationally, we had Intercom Limited. They gave a generous donation to the fire services. And in St. Kitts now, we had a lady. She wishes to remain anonymous, but she gave a very generous donation to us.
Wow.
You know, but she rather her name not be mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's all good. At least you get the support.
Of course. We had a Development Bank on board, Night Watch Security, Cajola Cristada Limited, the St. Kitts Nevis National Bank Limited, Scenic Railway, Caribbean Confederation of Credit Union, the Honorable Sean Richards, Coconut Grove, Best for Less. We also had Courts, Buddies, Hamilton Beach and Spa, Four Seasons, Nelson Spring, Island Bakery, Freights Bakery, American Bakery, Timothy Beach, Roy's Eatery, Oceans, I can't remember but that is the bar that is run by Kenwick Simmons over at the ship. Patsy over at the ship as well. Diamond International, Law's Bookstore, the Swing Restaurant. We had entities such as the Coast Guard, Police and Customs. They played a part in making the week a success as well. The Coast Guard, they assisted us with transportation back and forth to family activities that was happening in Nevis. The police, they assisted us with land transportation. Customs assisted us with tents. So it was all good.
Wow.
Entities that would have gave us discounts, such as the St. Kitts Bubble Soccer, Mr. Antonio Carey, who deals with ice, Mervyn Laws, DJ Woodis. We had Mixclusive Sound System,
Nice.
Aftermath Sound System, and Pinocchio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We want to say special thanks to Verlin David and Miss Verlin David and Miss Leonara Williams.
Leonora Walwyn.
Walwyn, sorry, Walwyn. Walwyn. Yes, those two persons we utilized their building while over in Nevis to do our drill display from. One was the ladder hinge technique, and the other was the rescue from a height, bringing down.
You plan to disclose what that was? No, last year you said you wasn't going to disclose.
Oh, the ladder hinge technique, no?
Yeah. But go ahead.
All right, so.
We'll get back to that to finish this.
Okay, let's finish off the list. Then we had Mr. Jamir Claxton in the Ministry of Sports, FSO Julian Pemberton, and Mr. Luther Kelly, Miss Loretta Hodge, Mr. Nigel Brown, Mr. Michael Herbert. That's the guy they call Wise. He was awesome on the mic when we had the cricket match. Awesome commentary.
Nice.
UDC, that's over for Port Zante, persons in charge of Port Zante. We had some judges, which was retired FSSO Clarence Hendrickson.
Fox.
We had Inspector Shauna Edwards, and also Sergeant Darrell Boone. We would like to say thanks to Mr. Romel Tobias. He was our official timer. And we would like to say a thank you to Nima and Mr. Sylvester Brown, also in Nevis. You know, all of these persons that we mentioned today helped to make our week successful. And I hope I did not miss anyone. If we missed anyone, we are terribly sorry.
It was not intentional.
It is not intentional, but we just want to say thank you to everyone who made a contribution, no matter how small or great it was. It helped to make the week a success. So, going back to the question that you asked about the ladder hinge technique. Now, let's say someone was trapped on a second-story building. It could be even a bit higher. There's a technique where we get a ladder, we get a basket, and you basically would have the rescuers ascend to where the victim is. They would package the patient in a basket, making sure that they are secured to the basket. Then what we do, we basically tie the basket onto the ladder, and the persons who are now steadying that ladder would then begin to have the ladder fall down to the ground, basically walking backwards. The persons who are the rescuers that are up on the height, they would have the basket secured via rope. And as the ladder is going down towards the ground, they are steadying the basket with the rope.
Oh, okay.
And
right. On
everything
both ends.
on both ends. So the ladder, the basket is attached to the ladder. As the ladder goes down to the ground, the rescuers up top is now just feeding the basket down to the ground. I don't know if Mr. Williams have a...
Yeah, well, to add to that, there are a few techniques that we use that involve a combination of ladder and basket. Different, techniques. But this particular one is called the ladder hinge because between the ladder and the basket, we use ropes to create a hinge. So you have this between the ladder and the rope.
Right.
Now the person... You have the hinge created between the ladder and the basket, and then there's a rope tie on the foot end, as they always tie to the foot, and the person goes down. The person goes down seeing you.
Right.
Okay, if they're conscious. Now, as the ladder goes back, the person at the back end is responsible for keeping that basket level at all times. So you don't go down like this, and you don't go down like this.
Right.
So as they go back, you go down like this until it comes to like ladder meets basket, so you close. So it's always like this.
That'll be interesting to see.
So this end is always level.
Did you guys
Well, it
video?
should be kept level. Yeah, we have videos.
Okay.
Should be kept level. So that is why it is called a ladder hinge. There are other types that we use, the canoe, where we use the same basket, same ladder, same ropes, only that we tie on one end and we slide the basket down the ladder and the rails of the ladder. Okay, but there are some really neat techniques and very effective. Yeah.
Okay. The other question: who won the drill competition? I mean, y'all lost, right?
That happened. No. Interesting. So
Y'all lost. I mean, what happened? Let me hear what happened.
the drill competition ended with a tie.
Maybe we should go through the YNM. Go through the different drills, who won, and then we come to the overall.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, all right. Let's hear this here now.
So we started with the one-man drill. Yeah?
Yeah.
Where one man does an entire 5-man drill. And we had 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4, because all the teams didn't have a representative. The winner for that one was Nevis. And then you had 2 segments of that drill, male, female. Nevis won both.
Oh, wow.
Because, they would have, some persons did not complete the drill. So by disqualification, Nevis won both drills. Then we had the endurance drill, which was won by Nevis. Mr. Galloway. Not Nevis. Sorry. Airport won this one, Mr. Galloway. At the airport, he won the endurance drill.
Okay.
Then we had the 5-man drill, where you have 5 persons performing this drill, which was won by headquarters last year.
That's you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And we had the big one, which was the fire truck pole. That was something to see. That was something to see. So we had Nevis going. Nevis went first, right? Nevis went first.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so Nevis went first. Nevis pulled that truck 63 feet.
Wow.
63.8 feet.
In what seconds?
We had a minute and a half.
Okay.
And they pulled 63 point something feet, which was quite impressive, as they had females on the team as well.
Wow.
That was one of the 2 teams that had females. Then you had RLB going. RLB pulled the truck 112 feet with 4 seconds left on the clock.
Wow.
Because we hit a speed bump and they couldn't make it over the bump.
Right.
So they hit the bump, the truck stopped with 4 seconds on the clock.
Wow.
Sandy Point went, and unfortunately Sandy Point didn't do as well. They only pulled 40 feet. It was quite amusing, but it was fun.
Right.
Nobody left feeling any hope. So Sandy Point pulled 14 feet. So Bastia went. Bastia pulled. We didn't bother measure because we pulled up to the speed bump. We were able to get the truck on top the speed bump, almost get it over, but it was more than us, so he pulled us back.
Oh, wow.
so and we had more time left. Bastia had more time left on the clock than RLB.
Right.
So we won the fire truck pull.
Okay.
So it ended up at the end of the competition, we had Nevis winning 2, Bastia winning 2, and RLB winning 1. So now Nevis, when I say Nevis came in a combined team. The 2 teams in Nevis combined, and they had
2
1.
stations.
The 2 stations, yeah, and they had 1. And so we ended up with Nevis with 2, Bastia with 2, RLB with 1. So we had a tie. Now we have not yet. Well, at least we have not yet decided
if you're gonna have a tiebreaker. The fire truck pull is the tiebreaker,
Well,
the fire truck pull.
The fire truck pull was a competition in the whole. Well, a drill in the competition. So we would have had to go pull the truck again in order to have a tiebreaker. And by the time, let me talk about me. By the time I finish, let me put it this way. By the time that truck finished with me, I couldn't even walk properly. Because I literally felt my legs disappear.
Wow.
I could not feel anything.
Wow.
I walk and my knees were just buckling as to sit on the ground.
Wow.
It was intense.
Wow. You had to dig deep, boy.
I had to dig deep because we had to
deep.
The intention was to take the truck over by the marina, Port Zanta Marina. But
I was planning to show off, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just to highlight the names of the persons for the various drill. The one-man drill, which was won by Nevis. This was FO Keandre Battis. The one-woman drill for Nevis as well. This was Kyrie Morris. The endurance drill, which was RLB, was FO Chavez Galloway. The five-man drill from Bastia was Step Chevin Smith, FO Javian Smith Brothers, FO Rekwan Martin, FO Jamal Walwin, and FO DeAndre Vanterpool. That was the female on the team. Then for the Timothy Benjamin Fire Truck Pull, Bastia, of course, we had FO Jamal Walwin, FSO Alexis Richards, FSO Carindale Hodge, FSO yours truly, Timothy Martin, and FSO Rommel Williams.
Nice.
Yeah, so that were the teams. Those are the persons comprising the team.
Nice, man. So congratulations to you guys, man. You brought some awareness on all ends in terms of, you guys having some fun and sharing with the community. And I'm happy to say, judging from your donors, if I can put it that way, and supporters, a lot of the business incentives came out, and US came out to support you guys. So that's a plus, what I mean? So congratulations on that end as well, because sometimes as fire officers, I've heard you guys said so more than once, here in the studio, you tend to get the impression that you're not supported, so an event like this, or a week of activities like this, I guess that's some reassurance for you guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
We also have to highlight a drill that took place, the 5 female team. This was St. Kitts versus Nevis, and Nevis won that drill hands down. We had the persons who were a part of that 5-woman team was Step Mermain Christmas, Step Movincia Wilkinson, Step Tamish Reed.
No. Fire Officer Tamish Reed. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was recently changed. Sorry. My bad. No, yes. My apologies. Fire Officer Tamish Reed, FO Butlin Jefferson, and FO Kyrie Morris.
Nice.
My apologies, Miss Reed.
Nice. All right. So what's next for you guys now? What's next for you guys? Back to regular life, and then back to regular programming for us here.
Is there such a thing called regular life for fire officers?
I'm asking.
One other thing I would like to say though, this whole week of activities, I was telling Mr. Martin after Friday I pumped. I'm ready for next year,
Wow.
I'm ready for next year, going hard.
Wow.
We're pack on some more.
Yes.
Because we're going by the Marina this time.
Oh, okay.
However, further back up in the week, on the Monday, which was the open day, the community day, where we visited an institution in the community, where we went to the children's home. Now, after visiting the children's home, I have a kind of soft spot, especially for, I don't want to say children, and I don't want to put it, I could say less fortunate, but I don't want to use less fortunate. But I hope people understand what I'm saying. Persons who, otherwise don't really have much of a choice. So I have a soft spot for the kind of stuff. And after visiting the children's home, one of the things that came to me, well, for us, that was because we were not able to do it since 2019. And we were able to do it 2022. I thought, hey, I believe this should be something that we should try and do more frequently rather than once a year. If we could do it 4 times a year, however often, of course, if persons are willing to partner with the fire department so we could support, institutions like these. I know they would have their own thing in place. They should have their own administration.
More is always welcome. More is always welcome, my friend.
That's the thing. So anything that has to do with children or young people, I have a soft spot. So if the week of activities is over until next year, but the giving and the sharing and the protecting and the looking after, it still continues. It still continues until the end of the year and into 2023. So if persons, feel led to still give to fire department, so we could still be contributing to these entities. Well, for me personally, it would be quite helpful. No, I have not yet spoken to the fire chief about this as yet, so I hope I'm not getting in any trouble. I'm going to help myself. But I want to believe that he would agree with me on this. And so I think this is something, not just fire department, any institution who is able, to make a contribution to these kind of institutions, to make sure that they are comfortable, to make sure that they are taken care of, they have the basic necessities, so that they don't fall behind. Because they're in an institution like this, it doesn't mean that they have to fall behind.
Right, because the institution is to help.
I know persons, and I go up with persons from the children home, and they are like bright sparks. It's top people in communities, telling you. So we need to, support these places more. Well,
so they can sustain.
Right, for fire department, I definitely would like to see us, reach out to them more. They were quite excited to see the fire truck. They had one particular female, she said she wanted to be a fire officer, but she only wanted to be a fire officer to fix the trucks.
Really?
Female.
Wow.
She wanted to fix the trucks. She wanted to be the fire station mechanic, a female.
Wow.
So I always say, well, you're going to change history now, because that never happened.
Wow.
And I would love to see that happen.
Right.
I hope I'm on phone you join.
Yes.
At least, even if it's just the same day that I leave in, you walk in, at least I get to see it happen.
Yes.
But they have dreams.
Wow.
They have dreams.
Wow.
And if we could help them and support them to make this dream a reality, they will change their life. Yeah, so that was the it for me, the community day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, can I actually don't put on headphones? We're going to take some calls. We got 5 more minutes before we wrap up the program. Got Domino's on the other side. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you guys. GQ.
Yes, Foxy.
Rumpel and Timothy.
Sir.
Clarence, look at that.
What I wanted to hear you describe the killer of all, the event, the endurance. You need to explain that. That was the killer of all the events, the endurance. I'd listen to hear about that.
Well, it was the killer for those who was a part of that. The fire truck was the killer for me, and that they take me out.
But yeah, the endurance drill that was something.
It was rough.
They started off having to don their PPEs, full PPEs. So they had everything laid out in front of them. Then they had to put on starting with their boots, their trousers. Our trousers are normally over our boots. So once you slip your feet in the boots, you just pull up your trousers over.
Right.
Then you move on to your jacket, your BA set, which is our breathing apparatus. Put on your helmet, put on your gloves, and then you move on to the next event, which was
you had to climb a ladder.
Vertical ladder.
Held by 4-5 guys at the bottom. You had to climb up the top, over, back down, and move on to your next obstacle. Where you had to beat a truck tire. On the fire truck tires, you had to beat that tire 5 feet.
Wow.
With a sledgehammer. And a sledgehammer was about 10 to 13 pounds. Yeah. 5 feet. After that,
Then moving off from the sledge hitting, you had to flip a much larger tire. And the amount of effort it took to get that tire flip. And you didn't have to flip it once.
Wow.
You had to flip it 3 times.
Wow.
I saw persons box the tire now out of frustration in not being able to lift it. You put in that effort to get it over. It's not moving. And then, so after you would have flipped that tire 3 times, you moved on into throwing out a 100-foot length of hose.
Wow.
So you throw out the hose, you extend the hose fully, and then you move on to...
At the other end, you had to take up 2 5-gallon kits filled with foam.
After all of that?
After all of that.
And come back where you started.
To where you started.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the foam kits in your hand.
What's the pound name? Galloway?
Galloway.
Chavez Galloway.
He won that?
Yeah.
He won that.
Everybody's cop out now?
he actually had his rival would have been Batiste, Keandre Batiste from over Nevis.
Wow.
Yeah, that
These
would
guys,
have. They really pushed
Wow.
that.
Talk about endurance.
And also too, hey, we had one of the persons who are in our category, so to speak, in terms of when we joined. A gentleman, maybe, Isaac, Julian Isaac, for being a senior person within the department, he did extremely well.
Wow.
Better than some of the younger guys and them.
Wow.
The fit guy, man.
Yeah, very fit.
Wow.
So I couldn't leave without recognizing him.
Acknowledging him. Right. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for being here this morning, and look forward to our next conversation, man. That endurance one, I applaud you guys for that, man. That sounds really serious. But thanks once again for being here. Gentlemen, your last words, if any?
I just want to say, the next time we're having this event, if we could get more crowd support, it would be awesome. Come on out and see the fire officers do what they do on a daily basis.
Nice. Oh, and finally, where can people go to see the videos, if any? Facebook?
Yeah.
The Facebook. They could go on our page. St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services page, and they should be able to see some of the videos.
Okay.
I don't think all of is uploaded, but we would get them on our...
Well, hopefully when we come next week, Tuesday, we should be able to say whether or not they are fully uploaded.
Okay. All right.
But he forgot to mention a drill, These young guys challenge the old school boys.
What you saying?
Yeah, something went wrong and we had to scrap the drill.
They didn't...
The timer was not.
Oh, wow.
You should have seen your boy take off, man.
Hey.
I don't break a record.
Hey.
They squash the drill. But them youngsters get away,
Wow, what they do, man? That clock, man. We didn't fix that clock.
I think the timer realized was going on, and he realized that the young boy is going to get embarrassed. So he just willfully messed with the timer. But yeah, we just want to thank the crowd for supporting. Thank all the persons who contributed in any way. We are eternally grateful. We're looking forward to continue serving you guys, protecting and safeguarding, life and property and all the nice things. Bless.
Indeed. Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for being here once again. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks again, Jiggy.
Yeah. It's now 7 minutes moving away from the hour. We're going to take a break, and on the other side, we have Arthur from Domino's, because you know what today is? Yep, it's Tuesday.
This message brought to you by ZIZ and the Fire Department of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I am Woman Fire Officer Louise Clark from the St. Kitts Nevis Fire